Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one's for Doctor Who, Season 6, Episode number 7. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You already know. I ain't got to tell you. Let's go.
Alright, a couple comments from the last episode, starting from executive producer CJ, who says, so although I'm not a massive fan of the Ganger episodes, it's 100% essential to the overarching storyline. I've been waiting for this reveal at the end since we started this season, LOL. It reminds me of Season 5 reveal of Rory dying at the end of the Silurian 2-parter, because again, I'm not a big fan of the story, but the ending is such a shock. A couple of things from me. J-Rabbit was right. That in the Silence episodes, Amy said she was pregnant, then later says that she isn't pregnant. Remember that between those two conversations, Amy was kidnapped and was talking to Rory through the little comm device thingy. That's when I think the switch happened, but I could be wrong. My final point, maybe you picked up on this during the episode, but Amy told Ganger Doctor that she saw the Doctor's death. Only the real Doctor and the Ganger Doctor had swapped shoes. So Amy actually revealed to the Doctor that she saw his death and that he was the one who invited everyone there. Oops. Spoilers, Amy. I don't think we did catch that, no. So appreciate you pointing that out.
So now he knows.
Yep. Executive producer Jeremy says, great reaction. I thought this was just an alright episode, other than the twist, which was crazy. I feel like it was less focused than the last episode. I think the 2-parter was necessary, though. I don't think it could have taken one of the episodes away. However, I do think 20 minutes of this episode just largely involved running and Rory being repeatedly manipulated by Jennifer, which wasn't the most interesting. I know they were trying to show us that Jennifer was becoming a monster, but I think literally turning her into one was unnecessary and didn't really work. But there were still some good parts. I like the switch of the shoes with the Doctor. I thought the twist at the end was great. I love that the Doctor is still out here trying to get humanity to be better. I also found it interesting that Jennifer, who connected with Rory first and who was the first one to show us a sympathetic side to the Gangers, was the one who became the most violent and vicious, turning into a monster. I look forward to the next one. And the last comments from Akinyi Universal, who says, just breathe. Oh my goodness. When I first watched this episode, I kept wondering why the Doctor kept telling Amy to breathe. I'd suspected she was pregnant from the Silence episode and concluded it was memory loss of some kind, but thought she was still in her first trimester, which made the reveal so much better because after a full 2-parter, it never crossed my mind that she was actually a flesh. Same. And the last scene at the end was so emotional, especially with the background music. It really goes to show the devil is not always in the detail, but staring right at you. Anyways, I cannot wait for when they find Amy and her baby. I wonder how y'all's feel about all 4 of them flying in the TARDIS together, if that can even be possible. Alright, well, let's get into the next episode right now.
It's all about her. Who was she? Doctor here. Centurion commissioned to hug?
Be aware, I do have a sword.
At all times.
It will fall and the dark will rise when a good man goes to war. Demons run but count the cost. The battle's won but the child is lost. Wakey, wakey.
Oh, it's not the baby!
That was a fake baby. Because she had already took the baby earlier.
She's not real! Melody, she's a fresh avatar!
It was you 2 times.
God damn, they already have the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Did we lose? What is that?
It's strange. I've often dreamed of dying in combat. I'm not enjoying it as much as I'd hoped. Come on, Strax. Don't give up. It's all right. I'm not a good life. I'm nearly 12. Listen to me. You'll be back on your feet in no time. You're a warrior.
Rory. I'm a nurse.
I was folding you.
So
Sorry.
they took her anyway. All this was for nothing.
I am so sorry.
Amy, it's not his fault.
I know. Doctor, there's someone who wants to speak to you. Her name is Lorna. She came to warn us.
Hey,
You got shot too?
hello.
Doctor,
You have my friends. Thank you.
I met you once
Oh, is he now?
in the Cabin Forest. You don't remember me.
Hey, of course I remember. I remember everyone. Hey, we ran. You and me. Didn't we run, Lorna?
She had no information though. She just wanted to say hi. So she did.
Who was she?
I don't know, but she was very brave.
No, he didn't remember her.
They're always brave. They're always brave.
So, what now? They'd almost certainly have taken her to Earth, raise her in the correct environment.
Yes, they did, and it's already too late.
You're giving up. You never do that.
And don't you suppose wish I did?
Well then, soldier, how goes the day?
I have to show up at the end.
Where the hell have you been? Every time you've asked, I have been there. Where the hell were you today?
I couldn't have prevented this.
You could have tried.
And so, my love, could you? I know you're not all right, but hold tight, Amy, because you're going to be.
You think I wanted this? I didn't do this. This wasn't me.
This is exactly you. All this. All of it. You make them so afraid. When you began all those years ago, sailing off to see the universe, did you ever think you'd become this? The man who can turn an army around at the mention of his name. Doctor. The word for healer and wise man throughout the universe. We get that word from you, you know. But if you carry on the way you are, what might that word come to mean? To the people of the Gamma Forests, the word doctor means mighty warrior.
That's why Lorna was like, well, why are they
How
calling the
far
doctor
you've
then?
come.
Because doctor means something else there.
And now they've taken a child. The child of your best friends. And they're going to turn her into a weapon just to bring you down. And all this, my love, in fear of you.
Who are you?
Oh, look, you're caught. Haven't seen that in a very long while.
No, you tell me who you are.
I am telling you. Can't you read?
What?
Hello?
Hello.
Everybody like, what the fuck's going on?
But that means...
I'm afraid it does.
Ooh. But you and I, we
Yes.
Ooh.
amazing.
I better be.
Yes, you better be.
Bash and Jenny, till the next time. Rory and Amy, I know how to find your daughter, and on my life, she will be safe. River, get them all home.
Doctor!
I'm out.
Wait, what the fuck?
On my life, she will be safe. Bro, you go home. Alright, everybody follow me. Somebody better fucking explain some shit.
Are they saying she's his mom? That can't be right, right?
Where is he going?
Really?
What did you tell him?
Amy, you have to stay calm.
Tell me what you told the doctor.
No, stop it.
It's okay, Rory. She's fine. She's good. It's the TARDIS translation matrix. It takes a while to kick in with a written word. You have to concentrate.
I still can't read it.
Bitch, I said
It's because it's so
concentrate, put the
frail,
gun
it doesn't
down.
translate. But this will. It's your daughter's name in the language of the forest.
I know my daughter's name.
Except they don't have a word for pond. Because the only water in the forest is the river. The doctor will find your daughter, and he will care for her whatever it takes. And I know that. It's me.
What?
I'm Melody.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that was so great!
What? You can go in the season right there.
I'm done. I'm done.
You can go in the season right there. What?
Oh my god!
I can't come to the end. It can't show up to the end. Oh man.
Oh my god! I'm like crying and everything. Holy shit!
Damn, that's deep. That's deep.
That
man.
is crazy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
That is deep. Man. What?
That I was like this.
Oh, all right, you ready? All right, so I was expecting the box to say something like, "Hello, husband, we married. You know, I love you." Something River Song and the doctor. What I did not foresee happening is that River Song was going to be Amy Pond's daughter. So that means Amy Pond's daughter marries the doctor, or falls in love with the doctor, in the future, whatever, how to do it. And all this time, this is what we've been saying and building towards, blah, all of that. It's which would kind of make sense too of why the doctor would fall in love with River, have that much emotion for her, and give her his mechanism one, because you gotta have all the years of just knowing the mom, River's mom, and it's just a lot of emotion in there. That totally makes sense right now. What I did not see that name showing up as the daughter, but now thinking about it, when they cross times and it's very confusing, you got room to do that, to make that happen. And so now that's why the doctor was like, "Oh, I get it. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Wow. Long way around to get to this part right here, but well worth it. I can tell you that. It blew me away. I honestly, that was the last thing I thought was coming for sure on there, and I had a great time finding out at the end right here what that was. Oh, this was an excellent episode too, though. I mean, by the way, I was entertained all the way through. It was just hardcore. I liked the writing. They had some bars in here. It was gangster from beginning to end. Had that Star Wars vibe to it. But yeah, I mean, it worked out. So the eye patch lady, which I can't remember her name, but the eye patch lady, she's still in control, right? She knew we got to make him feel like he won, blah, blah. We still got a bigger plan, right? Which is the baby. And so now we know what it is. And so they're going to make River Song a warrior to go against the doctor, which is freaking perfect, because that's what she becomes.
She's
She
such a
becomes
fucking badass.
A badass warrior. So Damn, it all makes sense. So, but what about the astronaut girl? Is that River Song?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And that's who ended up killing the doctor in the future. I don't know. But look, very good. This should have been a 3-parter. Looks like, but I think we're going to a different episode next. A lot of fun, great surprise right there. Holy cow! And so can't wait to see another one.
I just have to, again, do a shout out to the community for not spoiling that
Yeah.
anything was coming in
Yeah.
reference to this. The fact that y'all just are tight-lipped, don't give nothing away. There wasn't even, I can't wait for the next episode. Just didn't say shit. Which makes this experience watching this show so much better and so much more elevated because you guys respect our role as reacting and we get to see it fresh with no spoilers. So really, really appreciate again the community for being so awesome in that regard. I'm gonna save the River Song part for last. So I absolutely love the opening of this episode. It was so fire. I was like in goosebumps 99% of this episode, but the setup with Rory going through and, you know, getting the squad and the Cybermen, especially that beginning was super fire.
Yeah.
I loved Amy's speech to Melody as far as like telling her that she knew her boys were coming for her. And I like, again, the misdirect where it made it feel for a second again she was talking about the doctor. I need to stop thinking that, but they get me every time. But the last of his kind, the last Centaurian, and she was actually talking about Rory in that too. So just fire bars, the way they open the sequence. I love the calling in all the favors, getting the squad together, assembling the Avengers. It definitely, I agree, it had the Star Wars vibe, but it also had Infinity War vibes because we thought that they completely lost at that moment. And I was just like, this is Infinity War. The music score all the way through was super fire, which elevated the episode all in all as well. I mean, the moment when you figure out the baby was actually flesh or whatever shocked the shit out of me too. I didn't see that coming. And I feel like every one of the reveals this episode, I couldn't figure it out before it happened. Like, it was so quick and so fast paced, and they did such a great job of building to the reveal that it just shocked the shit out of you when it was finally revealed. But the River Song thing, the greatest reveal of all time. Like, literally one of the greatest things I've ever watched.
You got me on that.
I, like, busted out crying. It was just so many emotions because, it's so complex and so crazy, and it makes me want to rewatch every scene that we've ever seen River Song in before. And I like the fact that it couldn't be revealed because the name, she took on the name that's translated for Melody Pod, which is so great, which makes it so much.
So she know that was her mama the whole time?
Yeah, hold on.
Damn.
And I thought the doctor's reaction, for a second I was like, are they trying to say his mom? Because he was like, she's like, I haven't seen this cotton in such a long time. And then she said, the line about, we've been kissing, but it was more so like, I've been kissing Amy's daughter. Oh my god! So it's just so great. I love it so much. I can't say enough good things. One of my favorite episodes of the series, as far as the payoff and everything we've been building, and River Song's been one of my favorite characters. But yeah, absolutely loved it. Cannot wait to see where we go from here.
Alright, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Doctor Who Season 6, Episode number 7. And until next time, peace.